everyone, and welcome to At the Buzzer. This is going to be a new podcast show that we do every
I
yes,
yes.
and uh,
Haven't
today we're going
figured
to be
that out yet.
tackling the NBA decisions. This is going to be exclusively an NBA video.
Right.
We're going to be going over all the awards. So Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Most Improved Player, Defensive Player of the Year, and most importantly, the one everybody cares about, MVP. Um, we're gonna be starting off with Rookie of the Year. Oh yeah, this is my co-host. I mean,
Oh yeah, here I am. Patrick
yeah,
exclamation mark. Uh
eh,
both of our links are in the description below if you like watching gaming stuff,
yeah. We have
whatever.
gaming channels as well as this channel, which we're going to try and upload quite often.
Yeah,
We're also gonna be doing a show similar to
to what we're
what
having
first
right
take.
now.
First take would be a good. Yeah, we're gonna be doing like 5 topics in the future. But for this video, we're just focusing exclusively on the NBA. But in the future, we'll be doing more content with soccer
Different
and
sports.
baseball and football. Basically, most of the sports you can think of, except for lacrosse. We
Cricket.
don't. We don't. No, cricket maybe. No. All right. Let's start this off.
Alright,
Rookie of the
so
year.
yeah, our top three candidates for rookie of the year is Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell, and Jason Tatum. Do you want to list the rest of the teams, or should we just go from, or
Well,
should,
these are the three finalists that the NBA has narrowed
well,
it down to.
yeah,
So it's gonna be one of these three guys. We know that for sure. Uh, I personally think, in fact, I probably know that it's probably gonna be Ben Simmons, which really sucks because, in my opinion, I think Donovan Mitchell should win this.
I actually think I want Donovan Mitchell to win this, but I think Ben Simmons. I'm thinking the same thing as you, but I know Ben Simmons might win this rookie of the year this year, but Donovan Mitchell, I really wanted him to.
Donovan, you see, here's the thing with Donovan. All right, he averaged the most points out of all these guys.
Right.
Assists and rebounds are a little bit down, but he was doing most of the scoring for this Utah team. And not to mention, they lost Gordon Hayward this offseason.
That
I
is
don't
true.
think, and I feel like people were predicting Philadelphia to be a playoff team, and people were definitely predicting the Celtics to be a playoff team. Now, don't get me wrong, Jason Tatum's a bona fide star, but
That like
nobody,
yeah,
nobody saw this Utah Jazz squad making it this far.
exactly. Yeah, everyone thought that they were gonna. I actually thought that the 76ers would beat the Celtics, and then Ben Simmons had that 1 point game, and then
That is the number one. I feel like the number one point that should be used when you're talking Donovan Mitchell or Ben Simmons in the Rookie of the Year running,
and plus
because
yeah.
yeah, Donovan Mitchell was averaging what, like 30 at some point, 25 in the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
Ben
in the
Simmons,
playoffs,
and
yeah.
I know that's not his. Ben Simmons is doing other things besides scoring, but like you can't have that 1 point game and then go out.
Yeah, that's that's the worst way to end off your season.
Here's the argument for Jason Tatum though. He was the leading scorer on a Boston Celtics team that had Al Horford. Now this was completely injury, like this team was injury ridden, of course.
With
But
Irving
Al
out and
Horford,
what's his
Terry
name? Gordon.
Rozier,
Yeah, Gordon out and everything.
Jalen Brown, who has another year of experience on him, and Jason Tatum's the leading scorer, and he's a rookie. That's how good this kid's gonna be. Now, you
I
can't go wrong with any of these guys, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. I I won't be impressed on who wins this because I know that all three of them deserve the rookie of the year.
I mean,
But I think
imagine if
that
this was last year.
yeah, pretty much.
Any of these guys would be winning it right now. To be
Yeah.
fair, Joel Embiid was really good last year.
So
For the,
my prediction: Ben Simmons is gonna win rookie of the year. But I don't know. I'm fine with any player in rookie of the year. What do you think?
I think No, in fact, I know Ben Simmons is gonna win. It's pretty much a given. Ben Simmons is the guy, but Donovan Mitchell, I feel, is more deserving. Although
Donovan
Ben
Mitchell
Simmons
has
had more assists and rebounds, Donovan Mitchell, and scoring isn't the only thing that matters, but his playmaking, he just did everything right this season, and it
he
sucks
was
because he
yeah.
went so low down in the draft, and I feel like he's getting screwed out.
He was crazy with his dunking too.
Yeah,
Donovan Mitchell.
he's a dunk contest winner.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons didn't win anything in the All Star game too. He
I
he was in the All Star game. Like
I
he was in the
yeah.
rookie game. He was in the rookie game.
Donovan Mitchell has the most points per game out of these three candidates with 20.5 points per game. Uh Ben Simmons has 15 and Jason Tatum has 13. Yeah, I think they're all pretty much equal, but I think Jason Tatum's like out. I think that
Yeah,
it's
I
either Ben Simmons or Donovan Mitchell.
which sucks too because Jason Tatum is just he's such a good player in this league right now, and he's only gonna get better. But I feel like
Right.
he didn't have a good enough regular season. But like he's the dark horse in this running, but I feel like he's just not at that level quite yet to to beat these
Right.
guys.
Yeah, during the Eastern Conference Finals, it seemed like he was the one that was killing the whole Cavs team. And it was really scary. Dude, Jason Tatum was really scary during the playoffs.
Oh yeah, you had to respect that. With most rookies in the playoffs, you didn't have to respect them.
Right.
Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum made you respect them on the scoring end, and Ben Simmons made you. I feel like the case for Ben Simmons comes in that Miami series where he just dominated, but then like you look back at the Celtics series and you see like a couple of weak spots in his performances, and that's how
Well,
good
because
this
he was
rookie
like
class
carrying
was.
the whole team. Like Irving was out, Gordon Hayward was out. Who was Rozier?
Rozier was there.
No, I'm talking about Jason Tatum and Rozier was seemed like they were the only people that were leading the team.
Well, of course Al Horford, but
Oh shoot, yeah, I forgot about him. But yeah, overall I think we both agree that Ben Simmons will get rookie of the year
yeah.
this year.
Final thoughts. Ben Simmons is gonna win it, but I feel Donovan Mitchell should be the winner.
I mean, Ben Simmons is a little bit shy of uh averaging a triple double this whole season.
Yeah, but then you got to think like you know who else was Lonzo Ball, and then like here comes that argument.
Yeah, but
But
the Lakers didn't do really well that year.
yeah,
He
the
should
biggest the
he could
biggest
have
thing
done
for
better.
Ben Simmons is how far his team made it in the seedings,
I
and
know
when you're the
Lonzo
third
Ball
seed.
has potential, but I don't think that.
That'll be a topic for another day.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not getting into that.
But overall, I think Ben Simmons would come first. Donovan Mitchell would come second. Jason Tatum will come third. That's what I
Yeah,
think. What do you think?
no, it's the same.
All right.
Not to discredit Ben Simmons in any way. Great player.
Right.
All right, moving on. We got Coach of the Year.
We
We
got
got
Dwayne Casey, Brad Stevens, and Quinn Snyder. What do you think?
this is really interesting because a lot of these points are going to be made the same in the Rookie of the Year thing. Dwayne Casey is an interesting one
Right.
because obviously when you coach a team to the best regular season in franchise history, that's going to say something. And I feel Dwayne Casey is getting like kind of booted out because he got fired. But
Yeah. Well,
personally speaking, I think Dwayne Casey should win this.
really?
Yeah.
Dang. I think Quinn Snyder's out of it. I know it's gonna be either Brad Stevens from the Celtics or Dwayne Casey from the Raptors. I think Brad Stevens gonna win it, and here's why. Like basically, Gordon Hayward was out, Irving was out. He took Jason Tatum and Rozier and made it to the actually like the Eastern Conference Finals. I thought they were gonna lose in the first round. I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
But
Brad
then the
Stevens
Rocket,
is a wizard.
or I mean the Raptors, really got swept by the Cavs, and that shouldn't have happened. That's
Well, I
basically
mean,
why Dwayne Casey got fired.
Yeah, it sucks. I don't feel Dwayne Casey should have been fired. I feel like they should have traded DeRozan because I mean we've seen it. I mean he's the all-time leading scorer for the Raptors, but come on, if he's
Yeah,
gonna choke the playoffs like that, you
what
can't have.
I still
It's not a great
think Brad Stevens is gonna win Coach of the Year, but you should never judge a book by its cover. Like you should never like if you see Dwayne Casey get fired, doesn't mean that he's a terrible coach. It's just he didn't do well during the playoffs, whatever. But he did do really, really, really well during the season, and the Raptors were expected to win it all, or make it to the finals that year.
They were expected to win the East, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I actually didn't think that the Cavs would even make it in the first round. Neither
Here's
with the
here's
Celtics.
here's my points for Dwayne Casey, and this is what I don't get. After the Raptors got swept, which obviously, I mean, there's not much Dwayne Casey can do when Dwayne Casey actually, I feel had a couple of good games. Like when the Raptors came back and LeBron had to do LeBron things. Uh, you know who put that lineup together? Who took DeRozan out of the game and saved him from just being embarrassed? Dwayne Casey did. He stuck with the Kyle Lowry team that he had out there, the CJ Miles team he had out there. I don't know if Serge was getting minutes, but
Yeah, not that
he
much.
stuck with that, and they almost came back in that game. They almost came back in Cleveland, and
Y-
Dwayne Casey's not getting credit for that
Well,
because LeBron made one shot,
yet Brad
and
say go on.
and also nobody's giving him credit of getting out of the first round. I mean, it took him 6 games, which I feel is more than they should have taken. They should have swept the Wizards, in
Right.
my opinion. But
Yeah.
DeRozan had good games in the Wizards series. It's just the Cavs are his Achilles heel, and he ran into the Cavs again. But
Yeah,
you
it just
can't
seems
blame
like that
Dwayne
the Cavs are
Casey
just
for
beating
LeBron.
them down each year. But yet Brad Stevens has guided the team to 55 wins, and they became the number 2 seed in the East, right? Or was it? No, it was
Right
number
behind the
2.
Raptors.
Yeah. At one point, they rattled off a 6-game winning streak with victories over the Thunder, the Trailblazers, and I'm pretty sure the Jazz and the Raptors. But they did that while playing half their team, and it's stunning what Stevens has managed to do this season.
Brad Stevens is great, and Dwayne Casey. I just feel Dwayne Casey, when it comes down to Coach of the Year, it really comes down to seeding in the conferences.
Yeah,
In which
pretty
case,
much. That's what I kind
Mike
of.
D'Antoni should win. But
They
Dwayne
didn't.
shown because the Raptors weren't expecting it to be this good. But
I
you
thought
know
they
who?
were. I thought they were.
No, at the beginning of the season,
Oh
everybody
well,
was
yeah.
just expecting third seed again.
Like third,
Dwayne
fourth
Casey
seed.
stepped it up for this team, and I feel like that's just kind of getting brushed underneath the rug.
Uh, my final answer is Brad Stevens for winning Coach of the Year. Dwayne Casey will go second, and Quinn Snyder. We actually haven't talked about Quinn Snyder at all.
No, we haven't talked. Quinn Snyder. Here's
He's
the thing with Quinn Snyder. I'm giving most of the credit to Donovan Mitchell here. Quinn Snyder's a great coach, but no one would have expected this without Donovan Mitchell stepping it up.
yeah. Well, they had to pick someone else other than Brad Stevens and
I
Dwayne
feel
Casey.
like
He
I feel
does
like
deserve the top 3.
yeah, Quinn Snyder had a great season, but I feel like those are the two finalists,
Right.
and Quinn Snyder's kind of just like, which sucks because he had a great season,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but he's just kind of like because it's the same thing with Rookie of the Year. Ben Simmons and Donovan Mitchell, we all knew from the beginning those were the finalists, and then Jason Tatum, who's great, don't get me wrong, was just kind of stuck in there. I feel like
Yeah. Um. So yeah, let's move on to.
Dwayne Casey, Coach of the Year.
All right, I'm choosing Brad Stevens, Coach of the Year. Dwayne Casey's gonna come close, come like really, really close, but Quinn Snyder's just out of it. He's like nothing compared to Brad Stevens or Dwayne Casey. I'm not saying that he's bad,
Yeah, he's
but
not bad. He's great coach, definitely in the top 5. Oh yeah, here's another thing for Coach of the Year.
yeah.
Why is Greg Popovich not in consideration for Coach of the Year?
I mean didn't the Spurs lose against the Warriors at the
Yeah, they lost in the first round,
playoffs?
but this he had Kawhi Leonard for 5 games, top 5 player in the NBA, top 5 player. I say that proudly, top 5 player in the NBA.
Oh yeah,
He
definitely.
took he took an aging LaMarcus, who made the All-Star team again because of Popovich having a heart-to-heart with him. He took he took them and an aging Spurs squad back to the playoffs. And Popovich has done this for 20. The Spurs have been in the playoffs for 25 straight years, and Popovich has been the main reason for most of those playoff berths.
Right. Well, I'm still going for Brad Stevens going all the way. I'm not biased, even though I like the Celtics, but I truly think that Brad Stevens would win over Dwayne Casey.
I still say it's Dwayne Casey. Moving on to sixth man of the year, we got Lou Williams, we got Eric Gordon, and we got Fred VanVleet.
Now, I think Lou Williams. I think Lou Williams will win Sixth Man of the Year, and he actually did win in 2015 as a member of the Toronto Raptors. Am I right? Or I think he did, right? 2015 as a member of the Toronto Raptors. But he averaged 22 points per game. He didn't do well as assists or rebounds or whatever, but you should really look at the points per game, right? For the six man. Dude, that's 22 points per game for the Clippers. That's really good.
Here's here's yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Lou Williams is I feel like Lou Williams. There's a couple of these awards that are just they're blown out of the water by it should be obvious who's winning this.
Yeah.
Lou Williams is the obvious sixth man of the year for me. You know why? No discredit to DeAndre Jordan. No discredit to Tobias Harris. Great players.
Yeah.
Lou Williams is your best player on the Clippers, and he's your sixth man. Your sixth man. This guy was so good.
If he was on any other team, he'd probably be like third or fourth man. He should be on a in my opinion, I think he should be like in a better team. He does not deserve six man. He deserves better because he's scoring 22 points per game.
Off the bench. Off the bench. Not to, this guy was an all-star snub. I feel like he got snubbed out of the all-star game. I feel like he should have been a six-man all-star.
What I think Fred VanVleet, because he scored, I'm pretty, yeah, 6.8 points per game. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't think he deserves even nominated for six man of the year. That's 6.8 points per game. But Eric Gordon had what 15.4. That's actually still pretty good.
I feel like it's down to be because Eric Gordon won last year. Lou Williams and Eric Gordon are the two finalists, but I feel like Lou Williams just blew everyone out of the water. I don't think people realize how good this guy was. He scored. Now, here's something that'll blow you out of the water. Regular season game, I'm pretty sure the Warriors were all healthy for this game.
Yeah. Definitely.
Lou Williams, 50 points off the bench. Off the bench.
Oh yeah, that's right.
50 points.
Dang,
Against
dude.
who else but the champions, the Warriors. And they won that game. Eric
wow.
Gordon went against them. Eric Gordon had some great games, don't get me wrong, in the Western Conference Finals.
Oh yeah. The dude
That's the case for Eric Gordon. He had some amazing games in the Western Conference Finals.
All right, overall, I think Lou Williams will become the sixth man of the year. He obviously deserves this award, but I also think that Eric Gordon deserves it too. But he'll be like really short behind. I don't know how to word this, but
Eric Gordon, you can't go wrong with either one. But Lou was like a top 30 player this season.
Yeah, and he's a sixth man coming off the bench of the LA Clippers. I think he should be a starter for the LA Clippers, bro.
Well, they're trying to get their development in right now.
Oh yeah. No, but he has 12 years of experience and he's like 34 years old, so might as well put him out as starter.
Lou will.
That's crazy, dude. 22 points.
Yeah, he got paid. He got paid too. 3 years, I think 20 mil maybe.
20 mil. Yeah, that sounds about right, dude. All right. Well, I think that Lou Williams will come in first. Eric Gordon will come in close second, but not so close.
Of the first
Fred.
purge.
Our neighborhood.
Fred Van Fleet will come in third.
Fred Van Vliet, we haven't talked much about him, but Fred Van Vliet, his thing was he was so integral to the Toronto Raptors season, and he had such a great year off the bench for the Raptors, and the Raptors got the 1 seed.
Right.
I feel like if Fred Van Vliet isn't injured for most of these playoffs, he has a better chance, but I don't think anyone could beat Lou Will. Here's a fun little statistic for you.
Right.
Lou Williams has never averaged 20 points in his career. He is the first player in NBA history to, for the first time, when he's above the age of 30, to average 20 for the first time in his career.
All right. He had that crazy game. What was it? No, I'm thinking of someone else. Never mind. I'm thinking of the guy that came out of the G League or whatever, and he scored
Quinn
like
Cook?
what?
Quinn Cook?
Yeah, that's his name. I was thinking of him, but yeah, Lou Williams. That's amazing. 22 points, and he just
And
comes
he-
off the bench. And
He
kills it.
pretty much blows everybody else out statistically. Like, no discredit to Eric Gordon, 18 points, 2.2 assists, 2.5 rebounds. Lou Williams averaged the same amount of rebounds. He has 3 more assists and 4 more points off the bench.
Yeah,
And Eric Gordon's an all-time great six-man.
yeah.
Not
No,
all-time great, but all-time
no,
great six-man.
no bench player carried his team's offense the way that Williams did.
Yeah, Lou's great. And he's such a class act about it, too.
Right. Dude.
All right, moving on. We got most improved player. I feel like this is going to be the case like it was for six-man. We got Victor Oladipo, we got Clint Capella, and we got the Nets point guard.
God.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Oh, dude. I think I know what you're gonna say for the most improved player. I know what I'm gonna say. I think it's pretty obvious and it's out there. Victor Oladipo is gonna win this one for most improved player.
That is true. That is true.
Although
Victor
I want
Oladipo's gonna win.
Spencer Dinwiddie just because he has that funny
Dinwiddie.
name.
I don't think people realize how great Dinwiddie was, and I'm so happy that he had this breakout season because he could never find his.
Oh yeah, right.
He couldn't find his way. He was on all those Detroit teams. Goes to Brooklyn, the place where, let's be honest here, not a lot of good players are.
Yeah, right. All right. Well,
And he just breaks out. He breaks out. Here's my argument though,
right.
because although Victor Oladipo, he's gonna win. He's an all-star. Victor Oladipo, all-star, great player. Honestly, pretty much carried that Pacers team in the Cavs series.
Oh yeah.
He did have a couple off games.
Well, it was Stevenson did too, but it was mostly all Oladipo.
Lance Stevenson, what are you doing?
He's like he's like the next Draymond Green. I'm thinking that.
He was Draymond Green before Draymond Green.
Oh god, but
His point-
Spencer or what's his name? Clint Capella and Spencer Dinwiddie, they are really really close in stats. Do you see that? It's
Well, not the
Spencer and
rebounds.
Clint. No, well, not the rebounds, but like in points per game, they were pretty close. 12.6 and 13.9. But then
Here's the thing with
point-
Clint. He wasn't asked to carry the scoring as much.
yeah. What
Here's
you go on.
here's the case for Clint. Averaged a double-double, great. High up there in the blocks. He
Right.
had the best field goal percentage in the NBA. That should not go underrated. Dinwiddie, great. All these players are great. Dinwiddie went from averaging 8 to averaging double digits. Clint, I can't say enough about Clint. Came from the G League. Now he's
That's
now he's
yeah.
doing this. Not to mention how great at times he was in that Warriors series. Like
Oh yeah,
he
that's right.
he
He
was
went off, dude.
he was shutting down people. He was shutting down people. And those there were bits where Clint, when he blocked people, the Rockets just went off because they had that momentum.
Right, right, right.
Victor though, all star, you know,
Yeah. Points wise, he just blew
yeah,
everyone out of the
he was
wild
one of the
water.
he was one of the leading scorers in the league, and let's not forget he brought a scoring total up like 10 points.
Oh yeah, that's right. Um, my final conclusion is that Victor Oladipo will come first, obviously, with the most improved player, and he, in my opinion, he actually did nice in the dunk contest, but whatever. Uh,
Gotta get that out there, don't you?
second, I'm gonna go with Clint Capella, but close. Like Clint Capella and Dinwiddie, they're really, really close together. But I think Clint Capella is gonna come in second, and Dinwiddie is gonna come close in third. So, what do you think?
I'm thinking actually Victor, Spencer, and then Clint. Because let's be honest here, did you have any idea who Spencer Dinwiddie was before this season?
Oh hell no.
Did you know who Clint Capella was?
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Dinwiddie made a name for himself in Brooklyn. The guy's a legend
That is
in Brooklyn.
true.
And he won the skills contest. He won the skills
Oh
contest with the
yeah. I totally forgot about that.
Dinwiddie. This guy should get paid, first of all, this offseason. Whoever's going out to sign this guy should get paid.
The Cavs
Big
would
time.
love you over here. We need Dinwiddie to the Cavs. That'd be so awesome.
Yeah, we don't get the cap space for that guy.
Right.
Clint, not to disregard his season, double-double, averaged best field goal percentage. I'm putting Dinwiddie ahead of him. He's got the awards. He wasn't on a better team. He wasn't, but he was the best player on that team, in my opinion. No discredit to D'Angelo Russell, but he's on the rise. Dinwiddie's here. Dinwiddie's ready. You can come at Dinwiddie, but you can't handle the Din
Yeah.
skin.
Actually, since you made that point about Dinwiddie, like he made a name of himself this whole year, and last year we pretty much didn't even know who he was.
I had no idea who Din. I knew he was like a
That
bench
is a good
scrub
reason. That is a good reason.
for the
And I
Pistons.
right, and I didn't know Capella beforehand, so that might actually change my answer to Dinwiddie coming second and Capella coming third. Oh my god.
Second round pick too. Second round pick.
Oh yeah.
All Depot was taken second over. All Depot's the winner by far, though. I mean, I wanted to let people know.
Yeah,
Dinwiddie is
basically the
so-
debate is who comes in second and third, because Dinwiddie and Capella, they're pretty much equal.
I mean, here's the thing. Capella had great playoff moments. Oladipo put up like 33 in a playoff game. I mean,
he is the tallest one, Clint
he's
Capella.
he's the leading scorer on the Pacers team.
Right.
Oh yeah, number 1 point for Oladipo for most improved player, because he's obviously gonna win it.
Yeah. All right.
You gotta honestly tell me who thought once they made that Paul George deal to get Sabonis and Oladipo that they were gonna be a playoff team.
No,
a fifth
I
seed
thought
playoff
that
team.
I thought that they were totally out of the playoffs.
I
that
thought
next year.
rebuild. Here we go. Larry
Right,
Bird's gonna be crying. Everybody in Indiana is gonna be having
devastated and
a
everything.
horrible time. Oladipo said, we're a
They-
playoff team.
They made it to the playoffs too, and all like first round. Wow,
They took the Cavs to 7. They took LeBron to 7.
they gave him pretty much LeBron. LeBron's pretty much a cyborg, but whatever.
I can't say enough.
That's not the point though.
We'll
The
get to LeBron in
Pacers-
the MVP. We'll get to LeBron in the MVP.
Right.
Right now it's Victor's time.
Dude, he pretty much carried the team to the playoffs. I'm
Oh,
surprised that the Pacers even took the Cavs
first
to
off,
Game 7.
all the credit in the world to the Pacers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, even ESPN rated that trade a D, like a D minus, and they even got Sabonis, who was great off the bench too.
Bogdanovich.
Bogdanovich was integral.
He kind of looks like a handsome Shrek, dude.
Yeah, dude. To
Uh,
to be fair, Bogdanovich does have a bit of a Neanderthal head, though.
yeah, I didn't really like him during the playoffs. Maybe just because the Cavs were facing against them, but whatever.
Anyway, Victor
Oladipo,
Oladipo first. I'm saying Spencer Dinwiddie, and then Capella third.
I pretty much changed my answer for that too. But
You can't go wrong with any of them though. But Oladipo's
right,
all star.
right.
He's an all star. He's like a 20, but top 20 definitely player in this league right now.
All right, let's move on to defensive player of the year. What are our top three? We have Anthony.
We got Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
We got Joel Embiid, and we got
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis, who had just an amazing.
Oh
season.
yeah, definitely. Let's talk about Joel Embiid. Wasn't he like injured for half the season?
Not half. He
Or-
missed those last 13 games.
Oh right. Oh, I'm thinking of someone else, dude. I don't know why I was thinking of Isaiah Thomas, but Joel
You're
Embiid.
missing a little bit of height there, but
Oh, dude, Joel Embiid though. I
who are you
think
saying?
I obviously think that Anthony Davis will become the defensive player of the year, but Joel Embiid will come close in second. Rudy Gobert, he no, no. I just no.
I gotta disagree with you, dude. Rudy Gobert is something else on the defensive end.
I mean,
He's
if you look
something
at
else.
dude, defensive player of the year, rebound. Well, they pretty much had the same amount of rebounds, but if you look at him points, like it's not only the defensive player of the year, it's also the rest of their stats too, like points wise. Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis were good with like the defensive and offensive side too, with like averaging 28.1 points for Anthony Davis and 22.9 for Joel Embiid. So I think Rudy Gobert, not for the points, but like I just think that he's like nothing compared to Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis.
Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, I know.
Let's be real here. Utah had the best defense in the league.
Right.
When this is why I say Rudy, because he's been scrubbed so many years now. Draymond Green, I feel like he should have won it last year. Not to discredit Draymond, who's good defensively. Rudy, this is how you know Rudy should win. Because when you look at, because Rudy, when he was injured, the Utah Jazz had like a mediocre defense. Teams were
Yeah.
putting up 100 plus on them.
That's
When you
true.
have Rudy on your team, they were the best defense in the league. That's
They
how
did
much
g-
he meant.
Right, they did go far in the playoffs too. Didn't they play against the Warriors? End up playing against the Warriors or something like that?
No, they played against the Rockets in the second round.
Oh really? Oh dang! I thought they were playing against the Warriors.
No,
Wow.
that was the Pelicans.
Oh yeah, Anthony
To
Davis.
Anthony Davis,
He was really good against the Warriors.
especially defensively. Anthony Davis led the league in blocks. Not to discredit him.
Oh
Joel
yeah.
Embiid, missing those 13 games really brought Rudy back into this.
Yeah, yeah.
Joel had moments where I thought he wasn't like. I feel like Joel's just kind of stuck in there, if I'm being honest. I feel like it's coming down to Rudy and Anthony.
I do understand what you're trying to say, but like I think Joel Embiid, he didn't really improve much this season. He just kind of stayed the same throughout the whole season. Is that kind of what you're saying?
No, I'm saying Joel showed. I feel like Rudy and Anthony, you can't get by those guys. There is not one moment when they don't have a chance to block you. They're that defensively locked. I feel like Joel showed moments of weakness, and he had some monster defensive games. Like I think he had one game against the Lakers where he had like 6 blocks. I feel he just put up points after points against the Lakers.
Rudy Gobert was pretty good. Uh, what was it? Blocks per game was like 2.3. That's amazing.
I feel like the point for Anthony Davis is he led the league in blocks. That really helps your case.
Yeah,
And Anthony Davis is the top 5 player in this league. But we're talking solely defense here. Solely defense. There's no one more impactful than this league than Rudy Gobert. And I feel like he should have won it last year too. So final thoughts, I feel Rudy Gobert should win Defensive Player of the Year. Anthony Davis second,
and
and
then
Joel
Embiid.
third.
All right. Well, the best argument against Gobert is that he missed a third of the season due to injury. But given that his main competition, Joel Embiid, he missed 19 games himself. That is not a very convincing case in this time around. But I actually, now since you're giving out points, I think that Rudy Gobert is up there, but I think he'll fall second. Anthony Davis will win Defensive Player of the Year, is what I'm thinking. Joel Embiid's gonna be last.
Yeah, Joel had a great defensive season,
All
great
three of
defensive
them
player.
did. All three of them
But
did.
yeah, that's the case with everybody. But you got to come down to one guy. I feel Rudy's that guy. I feel like he got snubbed last year.
I think it's really close with Anthony Davis and Rudy Gobert.
To be fair. All right.
Who's
Final
next?
thought, Rudy, definitely.
Rudy, but not by far. Anthony Davis will come close in second.
MVP. Time for the
The
topic
main.
at hand.
Oh yeah, MVP. We have James Harden, we have Anthony Davis, and LeBron James. Oh god, this is gonna get hot.
I want to. Who do you think?
uh, as much as I want LeBron to win it, I think that no, I actually think that LeBron James will win it, not because of opinion, but like he did carry like they did have a good trade at the very beginning of the season with Isaiah Thomas and trading away uh, Irving to the Celtics and everything. And we thought that we were gonna like win it all because we had Jay Crowder, we had Isaiah
Isaiah,
Thomas, who
Derrick
else?
Rose,
Derrick Rose. Oh my god, I
Dwayne
completely
Wade.
forgot about him. Dwayne Wade, yeah, that too. But LeBron, it just all fell down. It just became like a huge hellhole, and LeBron had to carry like a
Props
broken.
to Kobe Altman.
Oh yeah, right. LeBron James pretty much carried like a broken team throughout the whole season. They tried to change it up halfway through the season with George Hill, Jordan Clarkson, and who else? Larry Nance and a couple others, and they traded the big players away like Jay Crowder and Isaiah Thomas and who else? Dwayne Wade. But
Channing Frye.
the it still became a broken team, but not as broken as like the first half of the season. But LeBron pretty much carried the whole team, especially in the playoffs. Actually, like during uh basically the whole team was just LeBron James pretty much in the final round.
Kevin Love.
Kevin Love a little bit, but not as much as like dude, LeBron James went off. And he played I mean like they did get swept, but like he did play with a broken hand and no other teammate was really helping him out except Kevin Love.
Weird about that broken hand. I got.
Well, what do you think?
I got 4 words for you, pal.
4 words?
60-point triple.
60.
Who else done that? Who's got a 60-point triple double?
I mean, you're not wrong.
James Harden. This is your year. You came second last year. You came second the year before. I feel like you've been second ever since you got to Houston. This is your time.
No,
30 points. 30 points.
no. I mean, LeBron James has 27 points. I think he deserves better. But did did James Harden carry a broken team throughout the whole season and the playoffs? It was pretty much a one-man team for the Cavs. So
James Harden has been the front runner for MVP the entire year. And not to discredit LeBron, depending, in my opinion, the MVP should be. It comes down to your definition of MVP. Who is the most valuable person for a team?
LeBron James, obviously. That's
But a lot of people think MVP is who is the best player this year. And if that's the case, LeBron should have won every single year.
that. Yeah, that is a
James
good point
Harden
there.
is an instant bucket.
I'm
Instant
actually
bucket.
fine for whoever wins here, Anthony Davis, James Harden, or LeBron James. I'm just happy that Kevin Durant surprisingly is an MVP. Oh God, he went
Kid-
off during the finals though. But Anthony Davis,
Won
I
Finals
think.
MVP.
Well, yeah, well, Finals MVP, yeah, but like that's completely different.
James Harden is a walking bucket.
Dude, he's so good with the threes too, but I think LeBron James is like a train. Like you can see when you watch games when he plays, whenever he drives the basket, people are like way too scared to go up for that blocking foul because he's basically like a big ass rock, and he'll knock
It-
anyone down who comes, or he'll come through anyone.
Here's another point. Who led the league in free throw shooting?
James Harden,
James Harden.
is that it? LeBron James.
Guy can get to the free throw line so easy.
Do you know why the Cavs should have been like number 1 in the Eastern Conference, but they fell down to what 4? No, they fell down to 5, right?
No, 4.
They fell down to 4, but LeBron James, it was basically a one-man team. He carried the whole gosh darn team.
James Harden was also the only All-Star on his team.
Well,
Kevin Love was an All-Star.
Chris Paul was with them too, and
Chris Paul was injured for so long.
Yeah, but then he did so well when he even did play.
Yeah, look at the injuries that the Houston Rockets had injuries throughout the year. James Harden was even out for some of the year. Chris Paul was out for a lot of the year. Clint Capella was out for the year for a while in the year.
But
Eric Gordon got injured at one point.
But they did have chemistry, though. They did have chemistry, and the Cavs were definitely lacking that.
60-point triple-double. And here's the number 1 point.
That was just
Cavs-
one game. That was just one game.
Cavs were 4th in the East. Who had the best record in the league?
The Rockets.
The Houston Rockets. This is their time.
Because they had a good team. It doesn't matter who is out or whatever.
Yeah,
They had good chemistry.
When it
the
comes
Cavs-
to MVP, team success is above all else. And who was the number 1 option on this Houston team? James Harden.
I like how we're talking about James Harden, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis is like completely out of it. I think
Anthony Davis.
he's a good candidate, but he's just like when you're going LeBron against LeBron James and James Harden, it's obvious.
And it does come down to team success. And although the Pelicans lost DeMarcus Cousins,
It's not all about team success. LeBron, like, I don't know. I can't argue anymore, bro.
LeBron,
LeBron James should
LeBron's
be
great.
winning. He should win the
He's not
MVP.
going to though.
All
He's
right.
not going. It's got to be James.
My
He's been
final is Anthony Davis winning it all.
Not
Uh,
to discredit Anthony, but
uh,
when you're going against James Harden and LeBron James,
it's
it's
obvious who's gonna win.
you got screwed, my guy. You're gonna be an MVP in the future, I feel, but this isn't your year.
I'm going LeBron James first. He will win the MVP. James Harden second. Anthony Davis, well, obviously third.
James
And
Harden.
I'm not saying LeBron James will win it just because I'm a Cavs fan. But I think he truly does deserve it. After working so hard to keep this team up and ending up number 4 in the Eastern Conference. That's my
James Harden.
argument.
James Harden first, LeBron second, Anthony, I'm sorry, third.
That's it, right? We got Rookie of the
Yeah.
Year, Coach of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Most Improved Player,
So,
Defensive Player, and MVP.
So to recap, we both think Ben Simmons is gonna win, but we both feel Donovan Mitchell is
We'll come
deserving
close.
more.
Yeah, deserving more, pretty much.
Pat thinks Brad Stevens should win. I think Dwayne Casey should win. Sixth Man of the Year, obviously, Lou Williams, Eric Gordon. No offense.
Yeah,
Most
well,
improved
he's
player-
also coming in second, right?
What, Eric Gordon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really close to compared to Lou Williams, but
Most improved player, obviously Victor. He's an all-star. He was in the dunk contest.
And we had a really hard time deciding who was coming in second, Capella or Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
Or...
Defensive player, I say Rudy. Pat said Anthony Davis. Joel. Yeah. MVP.
Not yet.
I say
Not
James
yet.
MVP, I say James Harden. Pat says LeBron. So thank you for tuning in to At the Buzzer. Sorry, that was really bad.
But we'll have more of these podcasts and debates and stuff like that on current topics or whatever whenever we feel like it. Actually, we haven't really come up with a schedule yet, but
we will let you know as soon as that happens. On the next episode of At the Wire, we will be talking about the NBA draft, about the World Cup, and much, much more. Have a great day, everybody.
see ya.